All right. So some closing remarks, everybody. Before I get into my little 3-minute bye-bye spiel, I have some thank yous that I need to pass on behalf of the entire All Aboard Ohio board. I want to thank all of the names and organizations that are on this slide here. Here you can see all of our great sponsors from the event, like the City of Hilliard, NOPRA, up in Northwest Ohio, the Greater Ohio Policy Center, Buckeyes for Transit. I want to thank our summit planning team. I want to thank all the different volunteers. I want to thank the Ohio State University who's provided us this space, which has been excellent. All of our great speakers like Joel and Hayden and Sean and John and Linda and Derek and Joe, as well as their organizations that they represent, like RPA and Transit Columbus. Lastly, the folks who gave us the different donations for our raffles, like the Denison Railroad Museum and Transit Gifts. Thank you all so much. Let's give them all a round of applause. All right, for this next slide, I wanted to get a good picture to go up here. I was offered the photo that's on the Ohio Railway Museum outside. It's Liz like dressed up in, I don't know, 60s with the train. I decided not to put it on there. But everybody, thank Liz for a fantastic summit that she led planning. Honestly, just such a spectacular day. Last night was incredible as well. And again, when we think about what our goals were coming into here, it's showing how strong this movement is, how broad our coalition is, and really giving everybody the energy to go forward into this upcoming 6 months, but even upcoming year, right? But I want to see this energy continue at least until we get to October for the Rail Nation Conference in Toledo, which All Aboard Ohio is going to be very closely involved in planning. So now the bye-bye spiel. Up here it says, go forth and ride trains. And man, oh man, do I wish it could be that easy, right? I wish we could all come out of here and we could get on a streetcar and go down to the convention center and get on Amtrak to all of our respective towns and cities, right? But there's some work we're going to have to do to get there. This is now repeating what I hope you have internalized over the past 7 hours. In order for us to go forth and ride trains, we need to strengthen our coalitions. And when I say that, we're talking local coalitions, statewide, all across Ohio, regional, partnering with those other states' organizations that we've been talking about. I know we've got friends in Pennsylvania here. We've got friends from Indiana here. We've got friends from Michigan here, right? We need to partner with all of those other organizations. And this is how we're able to make the message of rail spreading. The other thing you need to do, though, is when you go home tonight and you're talking with your roommates or your family around the dinner table, right? The family, I don't know, spaghetti meatballs or whatever. And they ask, what did you do today? Like, we need to practice how do we pass along all of the learning and all of the excitement that we have in this room to people who, I don't know, might not be quite as passionate, but still would benefit from it, right? When you're talking to your neighbors, you're talking to people, I don't know, at your church or talking to people at your school, like, being sure that every single Ohioan knows that this is a potential, even if they aren't an All Aboard Ohio member, right? I would love for our emails to show up in 9 million inboxes across Ohio, but at a minimum, if we can all be telling anybody we run into at the farmer's market about this, we're going to get a good movement going. And that's what we're going to do. We're going to continue to take those steps towards planning and creating rail all across the state. Specifically, what can you do as an Ohioan? This is my plug, right? So first and foremost, if you all please make sure you have filled out our supporters list. Also, please make sure you fill out the survey, which if you go to our website, there should be a link to it. The survey is specifically for the event today, and we want to get everybody's feedback. We also want to know where everybody's coming from, so that we can put that on a map, because it was pretty incredible. We didn't quite know how many people were out of state that were here today. That's so cool. So yes, please do that. Also, please tell all your friends to go and sign the supporters list. It's free, so do it. Second, attend our upcoming All Aboard Ohio chapter meetings. Also attend our government public meetings. So things like that Ohio Rail Development Commission meeting. All of those events are posted on our website, As well, if you're on our supporters list getting our newsletter, you will get access to all of the events coming up for the respective months. Third, donating, right? Advocacy is not free. As you can see today, we have a minimal budget, I'll be honest, but we charge for events like this. With this minimal budget, we are putting on professional grade events and we are doing professional grade advocacy. And so only imagine if we had a big budget, right? Now, we know also we cannot rely only on individual donations. This is, again, where the ask comes. If you have contacts with businesses, if you know somebody who does development at a Fortune 500 in Ohio, for instance, I would love to have their business card. So, like any of that, this is where it's going to take all 200 of us, right? Bringing together that network, building that business coalition, because frankly, they're going to be the ones to help us take this to the next level where we can have an army of Beths, right? Think about that. Think about how awesome that would be if we had 10 people as incredible and passionate as Beth and John, right? It would be so cool. Additionally, though, I encourage you to donate and to support your local advocacy organizations. Organizations like Transit Columbus here in Columbus, or Yay Bikes in Columbus, organizations like Cleveland Oyster Public Transit up in Cleveland, Northeast Ohio, or like Civic Cincinnati down in Cincinnati, surprisingly. Be sure to donate to them, be sure to join them, follow them, and show up to their events as well, because they're all doing incredible work too. And lastly, with All Aboard Ohio, we recommend that you volunteer and get involved in outreach with us. If you're from Cincinnati, for instance, I've got an event for you next weekend. We're going to be at the Neighborhood Summit in Cincinnati. We'll have a table there, and we'll be educating our city council members and our neighbors about the possibilities. I see some Cincinnatians smiling in the audience. See you there? Question mark. So all of those volunteer opportunities will be available through your chapters or also through the website. So again, if you go to the website, it's great. You can spend hours there. There's lots of like Easter eggs that Ryan puts in there too. So if you click around enough times, you'll like find things that it's like hidden Mickeys kind of, but it's trains. So with all that, I'll finish again. Now we actually can go forth and ride trains. Thank you everybody for coming tonight or today.